Hello, Lego Lovelies. This is Elle, and this is a Lego Friends set review. This is the Party Boat, set number 41433, and we have about 640 pieces altogether. So let's get into it. First up, let's look at our figures. Ethan, I believe, is his name, and I did do a parts review of that. So if you want a little more in depth, but he has a nice top there, which the print does carry around to the back, and the same blasé front smile, unfortunately. Next up, we have Andrea, and she has some kind of crazy flip-flops or sandals. I really like her top, and I like how the top does kind of continue into the back there. The other thing she has here is a saxophone, which is a bit of a rare piece. Otherwise, the same type of Andrea kind of blasé smile face and hair. So next up is Olivia, and I really like her top. Fairly colorful. It's got jellyfish in two different colors on there, as you can see. It does continue around to the back, but in only one of the colors. And then again, she has the same kind of blasé smile, unfortunately, that I've gotten in many, many sets now. So those are our three mini dolls. Let's take a look at some of our little pets. This is a little dolphin, a baby dolphin, and it has a spot on its head that you can put an accessory. And here we have a pink flamingo with an accessory on top. And like I've said before, I don't like how it looks like it has one leg, but still kind of a nice little addition to the set. Let's look at the side builds. Here we have the wave skimmer, jet ski, whatever you want to call it. Does have handles and makes a little sense how it works. You just put a figure kind of standing there with their hands on this, and you got a number there. Just kind of an interesting and different build for a little jet ski. Not a big fan of it, but it's good that they did something a little different here. And then we have our building / side view here. And as you can see, they use these tiles for the water area. And here we have the tennis and flippers and this red, which I think is the tennis ball, but I'm not 100% sure. Not sure why they have tennis stuff by the water, but all right. And as you can see, we have prices here on this little sign, and it says 15 for a yacht, apparently, 10 for the jet ski, and some sunscreen for $5 or $5, whatever Lego people use. Up here on top, you can see the sign. Kind of have some fall leaves on top. I'm not 100% sure I like that. It just feels like it doesn't quite fit. And then you have a nice big palm tree there, which is pretty nice. I do like how they kind of have the lights up here. You can kind of see under there. And then inside, there's really not much but a cash register. And that's about it. But it's a nice little hut where you can come up and pay for / rent whatever it is you decide you want. Next up, which we'll unhook here, is our big pink flamingo float. This thing's huge. It's the biggest float I've ever seen them build, but it's great. So we got new pink pieces in there. Check out my parts review for that. You got some stickers that do up the tail and the feathers on the side. I do like how it's built up in the front with just bricks. It's not like a special piece or anything. And it looks pretty good, actually. There's a little table. You got some sunscreen or drinks, some snacks. And here, this is where you will attach it to this. And you can pull it behind either the boat or the jet ski. And that just not clips, but goes there. So you can imagine they're pulling it along, or it's just floating around along with the boat or whatever, so you can just relax on the ocean or the water. That is one complaint, though. The head does come off really easily. I wish they could have done a little bit better of attaching it in there somehow, but I'm not 100% sure how they could have done that. So let's get to the main part of the build, which is this big boat. So the concept is party boat. right? So that's what we're kind of looking at. And what we're going to do is we're going to start at the top and then work our way down. So right here we have what might be referred to as the command deck, although it's incredibly small. If you put a figure in there, which we can quickly do here, you can see that they tower over that area and they really don't fit there. I'm a little disappointed in that. The point of the windshield, I don't understand. It's really, really short, and the fact that the figure has to be there trying to stand is just, I don't know. It looks awkward to me. Without a figure there, it actually looks a little better. But when you put a figure there, it looks pretty awkward, unfortunately. Other than that, for the details up here, we have what these are, probably some sensors. And this here are just some flags on there. And you can move those up and down if you want to. And then here you have 2 sets of speakers on either side. And if I can manage to flip this around, you can kind of see in there. There's a control panel behind the steering wheel. I don't know if I like that at all. It's just kind of awkward up there, to be honest. And then we'll go on the inside, but you do have these like windshield parts that can go up, although I don't really see a point in that. Over here, which is the main part, we'll say, is the deck. You have like a stage area where someone could be singing there, and obviously 2 sets of little speakers there. Lots of speakers on this boat for lots of fun music. And here, and it's a really nice, simple feature, but I like how this can turn. The umbrella can have an angle to it. I think it just looks a lot better. And as you can see, the railing has kind of lights going around, and they just do that with a hose part. And then obviously a table here. There's some stuff there. And benches all around, little seats. Those are stickers. They're okay. Orange flamingo type thing going on here. Now there is a play feature here. In the back, you can turn this, and that actually, as you can see, spins that circle. So you can actually have a dance party out there without having your hand touching them, you could say, the figures. But yeah, that's kind of cool. We're going to look at the outside before we kind of check out the inside. So for the detail and to kind of detail it out, they have this yellow kind of stripe, which turns into these wedges, which bow out, which is pretty nice. We got a life preserver sticker here. The other side is effectively almost exactly the same. One difference is one side's green and the other's red. Not exactly sure what that represents. We have some aqua on both sides back here, very much the same. And as you can see, they have these cool like water spurt parts coming out, matching the boat's going really fast. One thing is the boat really doesn't have an engine anywhere or any propulsion back here, but I guess it doesn't have to be that realistic. And this mechanism is what operates the dance floor. You can kind of see here. Otherwise, back here you have some ladders to get up out of the water if you're swimming. You got some nice relaxing chairs to just kind of sit under the roof, which seems really comfortable, and just watch out on the ocean. Of course, you have this slide here. My only problem is it's like there's no real way to get up there and on the slide without just like climbing on the windshield, and like it just seems messy. I don't know, it must be something that kids like the slides. I personally could have done without the slide in this set. If they would have built it better, that it had more of an area to like get up and go down, I would have been fine with that, but it's just awkward. So let's kind of look at the inside, which there isn't really much in here. So there's a little bed, and there's only one, so I guess someone could take a nap. There's a tiny table and some life preservers, and on the table, one of the cool little stickers you have here is actually of the water park, which I think is a nice little addition, and a little cup there, and you can kind of see how the boat's designed with that angling and stuff. And unfortunately, I don't know how much I like this boat. I feel like there's not a whole lot to it. I get the party concept, it's pretty nice. There's not a whole lot going on for interior, really. This little feature is kind of neat. Doesn't feel necessary. I kind of feel like that feature is the most of the boat because you build all this internal lift for it to be in there. Just kind of unfortunate, but Other than that, it's kind of a small boat. And there's one thing before I really get overall into my final thoughts on this. I wanted to put it next to the boat from last year, the rescue boat. Now, this is an $80 set, and the rescue boat was a $90 set. So they're somewhat price comparable. And here it is. And as you can see, it is way bigger. So this is what they look like on the front. As you can see, rescue boat way bigger. And I don't know if I can really kind of put these flags down. You can kind of get the length here. So you can see that this is way longer. And then we can kind of put it back here. And you can see how much higher, longer, and bigger that is. I don't have the side builds put together anymore for that. But yeah, I'm really disappointed in the party boat overall, especially compared to that rescue boat. I would say that if you have interest in getting the rescue boat yet, I would get the rescue boat. The main thing that I like about this set is this pink flamingo because of all the neat pink parts, and it's a really cool concept. But like I said, there's other side builds here. You can also take off all this, and it looks comparable now to that boat, except it's still longer, and you have this whole part there that is not on there. So yeah, I have to say I'm kind of disappointed in the party boat. Especially having gotten the rescue boat. Now, like I said, this is $10 more, but you know, this feels like it should almost be $20 to $30 more. If I had the side builds, you could see a little bit more to it. But if you look, you know, the rescue boat has tons of play features, tons of space, huge interior, a really good like command area where you can actually fit like 3 figures. All that extra space and detail on there. Now, granted, the deck isn't quite as big, but it's not too bad. It just makes this look kind of piddly. It's just way bigger, way bigger. Parts wise, I think that's 300 more parts. Yeah, so the party boat alone, I guess, is all right. I don't know, it feels a little expensive. I really thought that like these parts and everything, it was going to be the same size and everything was going to be like that, but it was not. So there's actually a lot more bigger parts in this one too. I don't know how I feel about that. I really feel kind of let down by the party boat at the end of the day. It does look nice. It alone is nice. It just feels like it's not quite worth it, and that if you could get a boat, I would get that one. And to be honest, I'm pretty sure you could make that a pretty cool party boat. You take off all the don't put the rescue stickers on, and like this whole big area back here can be your dance floor. Yeah, there's just a lot more there. And like I said, that's not even the side builds. Now, admittedly, you do have like this side build and this, which I guess kind of expands your play area over the rescue one, but it does have some underwater stuff, so yeah, in comparison, rescue boat 100%. This does look kind of sleek and nice, faster. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the review. My overall opinion is I'm a little bit disappointed with the party boat. The concept is definitely there. The designs are good. It just feels like it's a really low amount when you can compare it to the rescue boat. And you can still get those. I think I could order another one if I wanted. You might even be able to get it cheaper if you really want to kind of play around if it goes on clearance. So that's my review of the actual party boat, not the rescue boat. The rescue boat I did a review of like a long time ago, one of my first reviews actually, so I imagine it's pretty terrible. Yeah, so that's the party boat, and like I said, I'm a little disappointed, and I could say that multiple times, unfortunately. It seems a little too easy to say. Figures are all right, but I'm pretty sure the figures for that were pretty good too. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe to see some more. Thanks again.